Welcome back, everyone. I'm Jim,
I'm Clody.
and we are this. We are this and that. Did I say something funny again?
No.
Again. I'm just that kind of guy. I'm just a funny guy. I'm a funny guy. So, what do we have today, there, beautiful?
So today we have. Let me look at my list here. I don't remember. A request by Vicki Bracken.
Okay.
I think she's new. I think this may be her first request. She would know, but I'm pretty sure it's her first one. It's to listen to Alan Jackson's "Small Town Southern Man."
Okay. We've heard several Alan Jacksons.
I like him.
Yes, we've kind of grown on us a little bit since we started this channel. Didn't know really anything about him other than he was a country artist.
Yeah. And the first song we did of his, it was the song he did with George Strait. And I will admit, I have an admission that when we did that song for the channel, I did it very reluctantly because it's like, oh, I'm not going to like this, but we'll do it anyway. And it actually turned out that I liked it. It wasn't that bad. And then the more that I started hearing Alan Jackson, I realized I really like him.
And George Strait. We heard him just recently. What was it that he did?
Check Yes or No.
Check Yes or No, which was a cute little song. It's a little fun song to listen to.
Yeah.
Took you back when you were in elementary school.
Yeah.
So Alan Jackson, "Small Town Southern Man."
Yes.
Okay. Well, let's see what Alan has in store for us today. Okay.
I'm hoping it'll be a good one. So.
Yeah, I'm sure it is. If it's been requested, it's probably pretty good.
Don't forget to comment, like, and subscribe. Thank you to those who are doing all three. If you have not done so already, please hit the subscribe button and help us reach our goal of 8,000.
8 grand, and we're on our way.
Yeah,
which is good.
Yeah,
we're slowly gaining on it. We still have several hundreds to go. So hey, but we have time. Hopefully.
Yeah.
Who knows what tomorrow may bring. All right, Alan Jackson.
Born the middle son of a farmer in a small town southern man. Like his daddy's daddy before him, brought up working on the land. Fell in love with a small town woman and they married up and settled down. Natural way of life if you're lucky for a small town southern man. First there came 4 pretty daughters for this small town southern man. Then a few years later came another boy who wasn't planned. 7 people living all together in a house built with his own hands. Little words but love and understanding from a small town southern man. And he bowed his head to Jesus, and he stood for Uncle Sam. And he only loved one woman, was always proud of what he had. He said his greatest contribution is the ones he'll leave behind. Raised on the ways and gentle kindness of a small town southern man.
Wonderful lyrics, and he's telling a story.
Yeah.
I mean, basically, it's not really singing lyrics that much as he's really telling you a story in a way that's got a rhythm to it and a melody to it.
Yeah, and I think Vicki had mentioned that this is about his father.
Oh, is that right? Okay.
So he was the son who was unplanned.
Unplanned? And I wonder where they were raised.
I think it was Georgia.
Is that correct?
Yeah.
All right, good. Well, makes sense. Got a little Georgia red clay in your toes. That's what we used to talk about back home. I got clay between my toes, Mom. Go out there with a hose, clean your feet.
Callous hands told a story for this small town southern man. He gave it all to keep it all together and keep his family on his land. Like his daddy, years wore out his body, made it hard just to walk and stand. You can break the back, but you can't break the spirit of a small town southern man. And he bowed his head to Jesus, and he stood for Uncle Sam. And he only loved one woman, was always proud of what he had. He said his greatest contribution is the ones he'll leave behind, raised on the ways and gentle kindness of a small town southern man. Finally death came calling for this small town southern man. He said it's alright, 'cause I see angels and they got me by the hand. Don't you cry and don't you worry, I'm blessed and I know I am. 'Cause God has a place in heaven for a small town southern man. And he bowed his head to Jesus, and he stood for Uncle Sam. And he only loved one woman, was always proud of what he had. He said his greatest contribution is the ones he'll leave behind, raised on the ways and gentle kindness of a small town southern man. Raised on the ways and gentle kindness of a small town southern man.
I would put that on my playlist right away. Just the story in itself and the way he tells it.
Mm-hmm.
And it takes me back to when I grew up.
Yeah.
I mean, I grew up in where I took you to show where our house, if you can call it a house, it was basically a lean-to shed. But you appreciate, you don't understand, or you don't know. Okay, we're dirt poor.
Right.
We didn't know that. We didn't know. I mean, we thought we had everything we need, and we did. We had everything we needed. And just like this story is telling you, is that it's what you leave behind.
Yeah.
It's that those ones that carry on and how they were raised to, as they say, you know, stand for Uncle Sam and you kneel for Jesus. You bow your head for Jesus. Again, it goes back to some of those old characteristics that are taught. To be very simple, but if you live by those, you don't have many worries.
Yeah, but I mean, we've said this in other songs that we've covered, and it's just the materialism.
Mm-hmm.
You know, you didn't worry about those things of the brand name. That wasn't a big deal growing up. Brand names, you know, where you had every shirt that had a Nike or Adidas or, you know, Prada or, you know, DKNY. You didn't have that. We didn't have that growing up.
No.
It wasn't a big deal. And so that was not a focus on what was important in your life back then.
No, and it was fun. When I was in high school, I can always remember the kids that drove cars to school.
Yeah.
Whoa, that was a big deal if you had a car.
Yeah.
I mean, you were way up there. And because most of us either rode school bus or you were taken to school by your parents. So, yeah, great song. Loved it. I put that on my playlist. Like I said, I just love the story behind it and the way he told it.
Yeah. But I think, again, we've talked about this probably ad nauseum on many videos that, again, that goes back to that small town mentality where that materialism isn't, on the forefront of everyone's mind of, oh, what watch do you have? What bag are you carrying? Like, that is so not important to them, right? It's just, it's just farming, hunting, right? I mean, those are the things, spending time with family and friends and going to church. And those are the things that are important and still are important in those quote unquote small towns. Yeah. So, and I joke sometimes it's like the place that time forgot sometimes in some of those towns, but that's not necessarily even a bad thing. I mean,
no, not at all.
Those are good things. Like I said, it's a slower pace of living. You're living with intention. You're not hustling and bustling to get to the next place because everything's moving so fast. So yeah, I really like the song. I definitely put it on my playlist for sure.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's kind of the one we always laugh at sometimes when you're driving through some of these smaller towns and you see people out on their front porch. They're either in a rocking chair or on their front porch swing, and they'll wave to you. Yeah. You wave at them, and it's been friendly. That's all they know. And where you used to go to bed at night, you never locked your doors and didn't worry about anything along that line. But I wish we'd kind of go back a few decades to those good old days, right? And everybody said, no, we don't want to go back there. It may not be such a bad thing to go back when things were simpler and you worried more about what was inside of a person's character, that sort of thing, than what they had. And
what they were wearing. And again, what car are you driving? What did your house look like? Where do you live? I mean, those things are so unimportant. But anyway.
In the long run.
We could talk about this forever.
Absolutely. We're on the soapbox today, aren't we?
I know, yeah.
Until the next time, I'm Jim.
I'm Clody.
And we are This and That. Till then, see ya.
Bye.